Hello everyone, hello lovely people, welcome to my channel, and my name is Mila, and in this video we'll talk about the 3 types of visa that you can apply to enter New Zealand. And you can only apply to this visa if you are a partner of a New Zealand citizen and partner of a New Zealand resident. So I made also a simple PowerPoint presentation to discuss the difference of these three visa. So stay tuned guys, and thank you to all those who subscribe to my channel, and to those who haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe to my channel. It means a lot to me. So thank you once again, and let's find out. Hello guys, so this is the PowerPoint presentation I made so we can discuss the difference of these 3 visas that you can apply to enter New Zealand. So let's go and let's start. So disclaimer guys, I'm not an immigration advisor or lawyer, so this is based on my personal experience and my thorough research about New Zealand immigration visa. Please consult an immigration advisor or lawyer if you have complicated situations who can help and advise you professionally and legally. You can also check all information at New Zealand immigration website. So the first visa that you can apply to enter New Zealand is the critical purpose visitor visa. So they call it CPVV. So what is a CPVV visa? So this is a visa you can apply if you have critical purpose for coming to New Zealand and got invited by the immigration New Zealand to apply for this visa. So with this visa you can travel to New Zealand even though the border is currently closed. And to apply for this visa, you must first have an invitation from the immigration to apply, that on the basis that you have a critical purpose to travel. And in order to get an invitation to apply, you should fill up this form online to the request to travel to New Zealand. So in that form, you have to explain in 3,500 words, I think, why you have to travel to New Zealand. So you have to really very convincing to the immigration officer that the purpose why you want to travel to New Zealand. And so you must meet one of the critical purpose criteria set by the New Zealand government in order to apply for the CPVV. So you must be a partner or dependent child of a New Zealand citizen or resident, or you're gonna be a critical health worker like a nurses or doctor and other essential health workers, or you can be a citizen of Samoa and Tonga. And also you can apply CPVV if you have humanitarian exception. So that's also another type of CPVV you can apply. And the rest is a replacement cargo ship crew arriving by sea, and other critical purpose reasons to travel. So let's go to the requirements, or like the evidences that you have to submit for CPVV partnership-based visa. So these are the evidence of living together. So this is really the most important part of the requirements, because you need to be at least minimum living together with your Kiwi partner for at least 3 months when applying for CPVV. Like you can provide an evidence of the rental, lease, house, apartment, both of your names, joint bank accounts, credit cards, utilities bills showing both your names, groceries, delivery receipts delivered to your house or apartment, household chores, conversation, etc. So you can submit a lot of evidences of you living together with your partner, and also evidence of genuine and stable relationships. So it's like if you're married, so you can provide marriage certificate, or if you've been engaged, then you can provide an engagement photos, travel photos together, meeting both sides of the family, letters confirming the stability of your relationship, daily conversations in WhatsApp or any other social media, Skype, Zoom, call logs, etc. So you have to provide as many evidences, guys, so you can convince the immigration case officer that your relationship is really genuine and stable. And also the important part is the evidence of funds to support your stay in New Zealand. So you can either provide your personal savings account or your joint account with your Kiwi partner. So you can either present a joint saving accounts or a joint credit cards, or you can ask your Kiwi partner to sponsor you. So that's another way to support your stay in New Zealand. And also you have to provide evidence that you are a bona fide genuine visitor. So if you have previous travel history, you can provide that. You can submit that as an evidence, visa pages and passport stamps. So that's also, you can submit that as an evidence. And this one is the evidence that you have a good character. So yeah, this one is like you have to convince the immigration case officer that you are a good person. So you have to submit a police certificates from your country, or which countries you've been living at the moment. If you live in Europe or in Middle East for the last 10 years, so you have to provide police clearance certificate, and also from the country where you've been born. So you have to submit all those certificates in order to convince the immigration case officer that you're a good person. And also evidence of good health. So you have to submit chest x-ray, or maybe general, or I think mostly the only ask for CPVV is chest x-ray, and limited medical, but it's really depends how many months you're gonna how many months you plan to stay in New Zealand. So if you're planning to stay 1 year, I think you have to provide a chest x-ray. And if you're planning to stay more than 12 months, then you have to submit chest x-ray or general or limited medical certificate. So anyway, the immigration officer will inform you with what kind of health certificate you need when you apply, so you can know that later. And for CPVV visa, guys, if you belong to a non-visa waiver countries like Philippines, India, Indonesia, Thailand, all these non-visa waiver countries, the rule is you have to travel back to New Zealand with your New Zealand citizen or resident partner. And if you belong to a visa waiver countries like European countries in France, all these Italy, and all these rich countries in America, USA, Switzerland, and rich Asian countries like Singapore. So these are the visa waiver countries. So you can travel alone without your New Zealand citizen resident partner. So for when you get approved of CPVV visa, you have 6 months to enter New Zealand. But very recently they make it 9 months to enter New Zealand, but I'm not entirely sure. I think you will only know that once you get your CPVV visa. But when I got my CPVV, I got only 6 months to enter New Zealand. So that's it, guys. And we'll talk about the length of stay for CPVV. This is wrong. Anyway, you can apply from either 6 months to 12 months. So how much it costs? So the CPVV costs 246 New Zealand dollars, and that request to travel is 45 New Zealand dollars. So the total cost is 291 New Zealand dollars. And the processing times takes 3 to 6 weeks, but some got it within 4 working days. Depends on how urgent your situation is. And I got my CPVV within 3 weeks after I lodged my application. So you can apply offshore online through Immigration New Zealand website, and you have to create a RealMe account to apply online. An important note to know is when applying a CPVV visa, make sure you have a solid evidence that you have lived together with your New Zealand citizen resident partner for at least 3 months. And with CPVV visa, you are not allowed or entitled to work in New Zealand. And you can check more information at INZ website. So that's the link, that's the immigration website link, guys. You can just take a screenshot or you can Google it. And the second visa that we have to discuss is the PVV, Partners Visitor Visa. So what is a PVV visa? So a PVV visa is a visitor visa based on partnership. So you may apply this visa if you want to visit or join your New Zealand citizen resident partner. So make sure you've met a lot of times already of your New Zealand citizen resident partner when applying for this visa, like traveling for holidays together, or much better if you meet the family of your partner, but it's not a big deal. As long as you've already met with your Kiwi partner, that's more important. And yes, and with PVV visa, still you are not allowed to work in New Zealand, but you can study for 3 months. And for non-visa waiver countries, so like me from Philippines, I can travel alone without my New Zealand resident partner if I been granted a PVV visa. So that's the good thing about partnership visitor visa, guys, because you don't need your Kiwi partner to travel with you to enter New Zealand, so you can travel alone. And the length of stay for partners visitor visa is 12 to 24 months, so it's like 1 to 2 years, but usually I think they give 1 year, and it costs around $211 New Zealand dollars, and its processing time takes within 90 days, so that's like 3 months as per INZ website. But some people I know got it within 2 weeks after application, so it's really case-to-case basis, guys, so just have to try your luck. And yeah, just be patient and wait for the result from your application. And you can submit application online through New Zealand immigration website, or you can submit a paper application to the nearest New Zealand immigration branch offices like BFS. So it's up to you guys if you want to submit online or paper. And you have to create a Realme account so you can apply online and submit all your requirements and evidences to your Realme account. And you can check more information at INZ website. This is the INC website link, so you can Google it, guys. And the third visa is the Partners Work Visa, and we call it PWV. So what is a Partners Work Visa, guys? So it's a work visa based on partnership. So you can apply this visa if you want to join and live together with your New Zealand citizen residence partner. Sorry, guys. So with this visa, you are allowed to work in New Zealand and study for 3 months. So important note, if you've been living with your Kiwi partner for less than a year, you can apply for a 1-year partnership work visa. But if you've been living with your Kiwi partner for 1 year or more than a year, then you can apply for 2 years work visa or apply for residency straight away. And for non-visa waiver countries, you can travel also alone without your New Zealand citizen or resident partner if you are being granted a partnership work visa. So this is also a good thing. You can travel without your Kiwi partner. Unlike the CPVV, you have to really travel together with your Kiwi partner. So the length of stay for PWV is 12 to 24 months. So that's if you've been living like less than a year, guys. The immigration case officer usually give you 1 year only, 1 year work visa. And if you've been living with your Kiwi partner for 1 year, then they will grant you a 2 years work visa. So you are allowed to work for 2 years, and it costs 635 New Zealand dollars to apply for this visa. And if you wanna apply offshore, so offshore means outside New Zealand, so it takes about 5 months. And if you apply onshore, it takes 3 to 6 weeks. So if you apply inside in New Zealand, so it's quite fast, so it takes 3 weeks to 6 weeks only. So I applied here in New Zealand and I got mine within 3 weeks. And yeah, so you can submit offshore application online. So if you've been in United Arab Emirates, you can apply there in UAE through the online immigration website, or you can submit paper application through nearest New Zealand immigration offices like VFS. And you also have to create a Realme account to apply online. So important note for partnership work visa, you can have this visa for 2 years, but before it expires, you can apply for residence based on your partnership. You can check more at INC website and through this link. And that's it, guys. So you know all the difference between 3 visas. Thank you for watching and hope you find this video useful. Please subscribe to my channel for more informative videos. And if you have questions, feel free to write in the comment section below of this video. I will try to answer as soon as I can. Thank you all and see you in the next video. Bye for now.